Hey everyone, it's Amanda, Pineal Painting, Sarasota, Florida.
Figured I'd make a video before this storm hits us. I'm sure everybody's already heard by now that we got a new hurricane coming, and it's supposed to slam our area. They're saying it's going to make landfall in Tampa, but that's what they always say, and then it never does. It never does what they say it's going to do. Where's
a mass exodus, frantic, the fearful flocking, the wise with them.
Fearful flocking. I like
no
that.
gas, all brakes. We have a very stressful, potentially dangerous situation unfolding here in the Tampa Bay area. This is St. Petersburg, and what you're looking at is just a little bit of a slice
of
the mass amount of people trying to evacuate out of the Tampa Bay area. All of the arterial roads, the interstates, the main highways out of Tampa Bay are jam-packed as people are fleeing. They're trying to escape the path of Hurricane Milton.
Right here. Look at this.
And what they're coming across are gas stations like this, closed. They do not have gas left, and so these pumps have all been wrapped with saran wrap. What that does, it helps protect the screens, the electronics from hurricane force-driven rain. They also even have the nozzles zip-tied to the machine so they don't flop around in the winds as well. But these are wrapped a day and a half before likely any impacts from Hurricane Milton that could be felt here in St. Petersburg, because the folks here at the gas station say that they don't expect any more gas being delivered here ahead of the hurricane.
I'll leave at 2:30 in the morning. I'll leave at 2:33 in the morning because all this will kind of die down, but we don't have diesel, so every time I come down here, we already kind of know because we do so much cat work. I normally travel with at least 20 gallons. I brought this from Atlanta. I didn't just try to hoard gas. So we always come down with at least enough diesel to get back home, or at least to get back over the line, no matter where it is.
Among the masses moving out, the contractors who rushed in to help rebuild after Hurricane Helene.
A total mess. Can't believe I'm showing it to you. Normally it's really organized.
Are packing up too. When they return,
that doesn't look bad at all.
They'll face an even bigger mess.
Go ahead and evacuate to something higher above sea level. It's the best thing that you can do right now.
Same nightmare, new storm. Milton's bearing down, forcing millions to ask themselves the ultimate question: stay or go? It's not as obvious as you might expect.
Should I stay or should I go now? Okay, well, I had it loaded into the OBS, but it just doesn't, the volume's not playing, so I'll have to, let me do it like this, since there's another way I can do it. Like I said, bear with me because I'm brand new with this program here, but
All right, well, I'm out and about trying to get, I just picked up a generator because when I moved, I gave my parents my generator that I had purchased when Ian hit. As a thank you for helping me move my spray booth when I moved.
This was yesterday.
But we've got another storm coming now. Everybody's aware of that, but the sad part about it is that
Tuesday, November 7th.
A lot of people, I haven't left the house in 2 days, so when I left the house this morning to come over and get the generator, borrow my parents, they've got two now, so they're keeping the big one that I gave them, and they're letting me borrow the small one, which still isn't really small. It's a pretty big generator. It's heavy, but I just wanted to do a video because people are driving like crazy. Everybody's freaking out. Look at all of this water everywhere. It's already like everything's already flooded. We haven't even, the storm's not even here yet. This is all just left from Helene, which just barely skirted the area and still devastated a lot of, see, this is what I'm talking about. People are driving really crazy right now. They're driving fast. They're not paying attention to where they're supposed to be going. Everybody's freaking out, pretty much. I'm going to show you guys when we get up over by the Charlotte Harbor here just how many people's belongings are out on the road from Helene. And now we got this other storm coming, and these people were just devastated and emptied their houses out, and now they're boarding up for the feeling too optimistic about it. When Ian hit, before Ian even became an issue for our area, like a week before, I had this gut-wrenching feeling in my stomach, and I always go with my gut feeling because it's usually never wrong. And everybody was being all nonchalant about it. Oh no, it's not gonna do nothing. And I was like, I have a really bad feeling about it. And then we got pounded for 8 hours. 150-mile-an-hour winds sat right on top of us and didn't move for 8 hours. Everything was getting destroyed. The house was blown apart. Everything. The road turned into a river. 8 hours of that. Relentless pounding. Oh, just the sound of it. Just the sound of it's terrible. It's a stressful situation to be in. Look at this. Look at all the big pile of stuff over here. It's just... People's vinyl fences are already missing. Those vinyl fences are... What a joke those things are. Everybody wants a vinyl fence. Why? As soon as the winds blow, it's like they're like matchsticks. Look at this. Another pile of stuff, people's stuff, all the way down. And the people that lived on these canals, my brother's, I don't know if it's my brother's girlfriend, her family lives right over here. This is where all the, like, on towards this side of where the harbor is. See, there's like a big canal. There's big canals, waterways that go through, like right here. And a lot of people flooded already from Helene. And that didn't even really affect our area. It didn't hit us really. It did, but it just barely did. Look at this. Look at this big pile of stuff right here. This is what it already looks like, and the hurricane hasn't even hit yet. It's sad. So sad. Look at this. More. Everybody over here, there's tons of houses over here. They've all got piles and piles of stuff out. Piles of stuff outside. All of their belongings. There's some piles that are like 10 feet high. It's a sad state of affairs. Here's another Spring Lake waterway. This is a big waterway right here. What's going to happen when all this floods? All these houses. There's already... I'm trying to adjust the camera so I only just have my phone right now. But... here's another waterway. These are all going to fill up. They're all going to fill up with water.
This whole area right here.
The Charlotte Harbor is literally right over here on this side, on the other side of the road. Yeah, so everybody's freaking out. I didn't even try to go to the home goods store because I've already been told that it's a madhouse, and there's no people who are looking for stuff have already told me that there's no gas cans. Everybody was at the Home Depot this morning piling up wood, getting all kinds of plywood, and it's a complete mess already. I honestly don't know what's going to happen. By Wednesday, I could be, the house I'm renting could be just full of water. I don't know.
I hope
There's not a lot we can do, because especially right now after Helene just totally demolished like 5 states, there isn't really anywhere to evacuate to. Can't go north. Some people are going to the east side of Florida. People who know people over there where they can go and stay with them. There's really not, you know, the hotels, they get full. You can't go in a hotel. There's really nowhere to go. There's another waterway, Pelham Waterway. This is, see, I don't live far off of Pelham. Look at this pile of stuff. So that waterway right there, I'm a little bit concerned about. One of my neighbors is trying to sell their house, and they've got moving containers out front. Like, just what you want to see when you're trying to sell your house is a category 3 or 4. Look at all this water. This is over towards my area, and look at all of this water laying. My yard is already looks like this with the water. So, I mean, if we do get 5 feet of storm surge, I'm pretty much gonna be underwater. Everybody in this area will be. It's not a lot you can really do. Every time one of these storm hits, you always get these smart aleck people that think they know best, you know. Think they with their negative comments, and they have no clue.
Yeah, we have to just try to pay attention to all the negative feedback that people are given. But yeah, so then I went this morning to go and get, let me see here, trying to get some gas this morning. This is what my my yard, this is what my yard looked like after the last bad rain. And this is how, I mean, it wasn't even that bad. And this is how much water I've got. So yeah, it's not promising. And I'm going to go ahead and look here. This is today. Trying to go get gas.
All right, well, I got 3 gas cans. I'm out trying to find gas, but I think that's going to be a challenge. I was told if I go south, there's 3 gas stations that are starting to get a line. Check it out. Let's see how crowded the gas stations are. Let's see, there's Walmart gas station right here. Do they have bags on here? Oh yeah, they do. Shit. Dang it.
Good thing there was nobody, like, hardly at all. There was absolutely nobody behind us.
I just did a little maneuver there. I see bags on the gas pump over there.
Most of the gas stations have bags on all the pumps, so they're either out of gas or I wouldn't see why they would be out of power at this point.
Most gas stations are going to be out because everybody's been frantically getting gas the past few days. This one's boarded up all the way. They got bags on theirs.
After the storm, it's even harder to get gas. Usually you have to drive sometimes an hour just to go find a gas station, and you'll have to go, you know, into another town. You'll have to go either, I don't know, Fort Myers probably isn't going to be an option. I don't know if Sarasota's might even have to try to go east to find gas after the hurricane. After the hurricane, the most two precious commodities are ice and gas. You gotta have gas to keep the generator going, and you gotta have ice you just have to have ice. You just have to have ice and gas. And that's why everybody starts fighting over it. All the new gas stations now are built with generator systems, because the issue most of the time after the storm isn't the fact that they don't have gas, it's the fact that they don't have power to run the pumps. So that's what makes it extremely difficult.
Even driving.
That guy was just stuffing his face with something. Figured I would get some videos of what the town looks like
I haven't even had my coffee yet.
Yeah.
I woke up and my phone was, I had a missed call from 6:30 a.m. I keep my ringer off, so screen my calls, so I never hear the phone ringing. I don't want to hear that phone ringing all day. I'm looking for the Wawa.
I was told that was the only gas station.
Really, anything that has gas. It doesn't have bags on the pumps. Which is proving to be quite a challenge. This one's bagged up. Oh, Wawa. Oh, okay. Now I know what they were talking about. Look at this. Oh wow, there's already starting a line. Oh, I better get in it. I got 3 gas cans to fill up. Holy crap.
And this was 7:15 a.m.
Let's see if I can miss
something like that. Around 7. This was this morning. This was on October 8th.
Of course, my
2024.
Yep. There's a line.
I gotta get used to standing in line.
Up onto 41. Goodness, good thing I got over here when I did.
Oh. After Hurricane Ian, there's lines outside of the grocery stores.
I was looking at they put out the storm surge maps last night, and I could barely sleep after looking at it.
I'm going to show you that.
Honestly, I don't know if they just put those things out to scare us or
I got that here in a minute coming up.
It's going to become reality, I'm not sure.
The storm surge
But it was
map.
pretty freaky because when you look at the maps, it shows my area underwater where I'm living at, so I'm pretty sure I'll be surprised if I don't get water in the house over here. And so not looking forward to it. There's a lot of people who are staying. A lot of people are staying.
Let me see if I can bring that map up.
I think only a couple members of my family left. An aunt and uncle. I have family over in Louisiana. And my aunt and uncle left and went over there.
Let me see here.
My brother and them are out in Venice, so I think they're out of the surge area.
I don't know if I can have this.
Right. And my parents are in a surge area, so I don't know. People are saying, well, we're so many feet above sea level over here, and I'm not too sure that's gonna matter. They're saying for the area I live, they're saying 3 to 9 feet of water above ground.
That didn't work.
They're not saying above sea level.
I don't know why the audio wasn't working in the OBS.
That's my concern.
It was yesterday. I was trying to get all this
right
set
now,
up.
It's pretty calm. Everybody's just waiting in line at the gas stations, but after the storm, it gets crazy. People try fighting, and it's a very nerve-wracking experience. Everybody's on edge. We got a truck and a BMW SUV racing.
Let's see here. Let's pause this. I'm going to go over into the interactive map. And this is the map here that they came out with. And this shows all of the, let's see, surge potentials, how much water your neighborhood could see during Hurricane Milton. Tampa, Florida. Hurricane Milton is quickly approaching. This came out yesterday evening or yesterday afternoon, I believe. Hurricane Milton is quickly approaching Florida's Gulf Coast as a major hurricane. The storm will bring unprecedented storm surge following Helen's devastating impacts and flooding just under 2 weeks ago. Find your evacuation zone ahead of Hurricane Milton. WFLA has compiled neighborhood by neighborhood images of how much water is possible from storm surge ahead of the hurricane. All right, so if we look at this shows Pineal here, Clearwater Beach. This is St. Pierre, or sorry, oh yes, St. Pete, sorry. Indian Rocks Beach. This was a MSN article that came out with all of these in here, and they left the link to they've got if you click on this link for the interactive map, it'll bring it up, but It's not very interactive. It's not really user friendly. This is Treasure Island. This is Shore Acres. And the red is 9 to 12 feet of storm surge. So they're saying the potential is that this whole area could be 10 feet underwater. This is Dunedin. Then you have Fort DeSoto. My eyes are getting so bad I can barely see. Let me make it bigger. It's not really helping. Okay. Lakewood Estates. That's over by, look at St. Pete Beach. St. Pete Beach, 10 feet underwater, all of it. East Lakewood Estates, Ozona, Reddington Shores, a couple of these places I've never even really heard of on more south. Safety Harbor, that's what they're expecting. Safety Harbor. Hillsborough County, look at Hillsborough County. So the orange and the red are 6 to 12 feet. MacDill. Okay, so this is where MacDill Air Force Base is over here. Tampa. This is what they're projecting for Tampa. South Tampa, Rocky Point, Palmetto Beach. They're saying this is all going to be between 3 and 12 feet of water. This is Gandy. Gandy looks pretty widespread and even more further on shore here. Looks to me, just going by this potential storm surge map. Gibsonton, Ruskin, Town and Country, Apollo Beach, Bridgeport. All right, now we're getting into Sarasota County. Look at this, you guys. This area right here is Bird Key, where I work a lot. It's showing the whole thing is going to be between 3 and 12 feet of water. Everything underwater. Siesta Key. Siesta Key, all this area out here got so flooded almost 2 weeks ago. Siesta Key was buried in sand. Buried. It looked like a snowstorm, but it was sand. Laurel, the Laurel area. Here, this is Laurel. Osprey, this is Venice. Honore Avenue runs here. So they're showing the possible storm surge 3 feet could extend all the way over across Honore, all the way over into Rustic Road. And of course, I believe Tuttle and all that's going to be underwater again. You got Venice here. This is Venice. This is, okay, Warm Mineral Springs and River Road right here. This is North River Road. Look, they're anticipating 10 feet of water. River Road's going to be underwater. Over here's the coast. And here's Tamiami Trail. So this is 41 going into Venice. And look at Venice right here. This is so sad to look at this and think that this could be actually what's going to happen. Okay, and then we get into Port Charlotte, and this is the area that I've recently moved into from Sarasota County. And I'm like right where Winter Garden Avenue is right here. I'm like right here. I'm literally right here. So it's showing all of this, that road that I just showed you driving, where I was driving on, that's close by the harbor. All of this, Charlotte Harbor right here. Edgewater, right here. This is the road I was just riding. Edgewater Boulevard. Okay. So they're showing the house I am in right now is going to be 3 to 10 to 12 feet underwater. If we get 12 feet or even 10, even 9 feet of water over here in these houses, that's all the way to the ceiling. Then you got the Deep Creek area. This is really bad right here in Harbor Heights. I anticipate I am actually really thinking this is a pretty accurate chart when it comes to basically definitely the shoreline here. I don't know how far in, how the accuracy gets as it goes closer in. This is Murdoch. This is like the main, downtown area, so to speak, of Charlotte County. Besides Punta Gorda, which got completely Acquiesced, and all the houses over in Punta Gorda that are on the harbor got all flooded just 2 weeks ago. El Jabin area here. I used to live over here in this area, and they're showing that's going to all be underwater. When I saw this map last night, it was right before I went to bed, and I was so freaked out, and I could barely sleep. Bradenton Beach. This is Bradenton here. Ellington. Manatee. So Anna Maria, look at this. Anna Maria Island and Bradenton Beach, this whole area got destroyed a week and a half ago. They're in a mad panic rush to try to pick up all the debris. That's how bad it was, and we're getting ready for it again. It was all underwater. Everything was buried in sand. All of the cars, all of the businesses, all of the homes had sand in them. So this goes down further south. This is Arcadia. This is out in the country. Even out in the country where I believe this would be the Mayaca. This is either the Mayaca River or the Peace River. I'm not exactly sure right now looking at this map. But I believe this would be or this would be the Peace River, I believe, but I'm not entirely sure about that. But the rivers will breach. Hernando Beach, and it just goes, more south down into, they got Newport Richey, Pasco. Pasco's more north, so I'm surprised. I thought they had it in some sort of order. But I was going to try to show, nope, they don't even have Fort Myers Beach on here, I don't think, unless I missed it. But that's the potential, let me go back up to the top real fast. Surge potential, how much water your neighborhood could see during the hurricane. So it's not a good situation that we're in right now. And they're giving updates. I've been tuning into the updates, but I thought this was kind of funny. This is how we usually are in Florida when the rains come, but we're not. It's going to be a little bit different this time with the storm surge on this one. But you always have to have a little bit of humor. So basically. So I went and I did actually find gas, which was good. The gas station was pretty crowded, but I was able to get it. And I filled up 3 containers, so that should be enough. Yeah. I've got 5, 10, I've got almost 15 gallons of gas now. So, let's see here. Let me go.
Communities. And so this is something that's really, really significant. There's hurricane warning in effect for Levy, Marion, Citrus, Sumter, Lake, Seminole, Hernando, Orange, Pasco, Pinellas, Hillsborough, Polk, Osceola, Manatee, Hardy, Highlands, Sarasota, DeSoto, Charlotte, and Lee counties. And then tropical storm warning in coastal Franklin, coastal Wakulla, coastal Jefferson, Taylor, Sewanee, Lafayette, Dixie, Gilchrist, Western Columbia, Western Alachua, Okeechobee, Glades, Hendry, Collier,
members and they're
Monroe,
crying
including
on
the
the
Florida
phone to you
Keys
saying,
and the Dry
I'm scared.
Tortugas. We have a hurricane watch.
It's just a
for
difficult
Nassau,
thing to
Duval,
go
Clay,
through
St. John's, Putnam,
for
Flagler,
anybody.
Volusia, Brevard, Indian River, Okeechobee, Glades, Hendry, Collier, Dry Tortugas, and then a tropical storm watch. Inland Jefferson, Madison, Hamilton, Eastern Columbia, Baker, Union, Bradford, Eastern Alachua, St. Lucie, Martin, Palm Beach, Broward, and Miami-Dade. So basically, the entire peninsula
Some people
portion
like to
of
give
Florida
DeSantis shit, but you know what?
is under some type of either
Thank
a
goodness
watch
for him.
or a warning.
Because when
The
these
Florida Division of
emergencies
Emergency
happen,
Management
he is
actively
on it.
addressing
He is on it,
storm-related
baby.
resource requests.
He is getting
currently
help.
fulfilling close to
It's not like North
1,000
Carolina where they're
missions to support
confiscating
our
all.
local
They're
communities.
not
That
even
includes
letting
everything
people
from tiger dams
help
and
rescue people
generators
over there.
to staff
They're
support, as well
they're
as food
threatening
and
to arrest
water
people
and
for
tarps.
trying to
We've also
get stuff
deployed
out
more
of their
than
houses and things like that.
11,000 feet
It's just-
of flood protection systems, and we're prioritizing critical
It
infrastructure
would be hard
like
for me to see
hospitals,
that
wastewater
happening here in
treatment
Florida.
facilities, and electrical infrastructure. We've also done
Basically,
things like generators to support
I'm locked
special
and
needs
loaded over
sheltering
here.
operations. Of course, Starlink Internet.
No
All
sugarcoating
counties
that.
have access to Starlink Internet
Boxes
devices
of ammo,
and
and
can
I'm
use those as
locked
they
and
see
loaded.
fit.
So
More than 350 ambulances
come
and more than
looting up
30
in here.
paratransits are in operation. We
Ain't
also
waiting
have
on
another
FEMA.
144 in
we
staging
ain't
that
waiting on
can be
FEMA in
used
Florida, that's for
if
sure.
the need arises.
We're locked and
The state
loaded.
of Florida is amassing fuel reserves ahead of Milton and staging it to be utilized as needed. We have been dispatching fuel over the past 24 hours as gas stations have run out. So we currently have 268,000 gallons of diesel,
Wow.
110,000 gallons of gasoline. Those numbers are less than what they were 24 hours ago because we put a lot in. But we have an additional 1.2 million gallons of both diesel and gasoline that is currently en route to the state of Florida. Now, there is no fuel shortage. Fuel continues to arrive in the state of Florida by port and what we're doing to bring it in.
We just need to make sure we have the power to pump that fuel, baby.
Have been long.
Doesn't
gas
this make you
are
wonder,
running out
like,
quicker than they otherwise
they want to
would.
take all of our
so that
gas
is
away
causing
and
the
all
state
of our
Florida to
petroleum
help
away.
assist with the mission
But every
to
time
be
there's a
able
disaster,
to get fuel
what
to
is
the
the
gas stations so that Floridians have access. So last night, 27 fuel trucks were escorted by the Florida Highway Patrol to deliver fuel to stations in the anticipated impact area. We're also working with fuel companies such as RaceTruck, Wawa, Shell, and Walmart to ensure fuel trucks are working 24/7 to keep fuel delivered as it comes into
an
our
electric
ports.
battery
Now,
when the power
Port
goes
of
out.
Tampa, for example, our Gulf Coast
They're trying to get
ports,
away from those
are not
things
gonna be
because they catch on
receiving,
fire and they'll burn
ships
your
at
house
this
down.
point, per the
How many
Coast
times
Guard.
have I seen
They do have a
somebody
lot of fuel
with an
that's on
EV in
hand,
their
and the
garage and
dockside operations
somewhat
will
it
be
gets a little bit
continuing.
wet and then the house burns down.
Doesn't mean it's going to happen, but we are assuming that there's going to
Never
be
catch me in one of
significant
those
damage to the
electric
Port of
car
Tampa.
thingies.
So we're operating as
No
if there's
way.
going to be a significant interruption in their ability to receive fuel.
People
and
are
Kevin
still
and his
buying
team
them
are
things.
actively working to get
It's
around
hilarious.
that so that we have the ability
my
to
goodness.
continue bringing fuel into the state subsequent to the impacts from the storm. As we've been noting, we have taken on this debris mission to supplement the local governments in areas like Pinellas
He's
and
just talking
Manatee,
about how
which
they
saw a lot of debris left over
after
for
Helene.
Hurricane Helene.
Yeah.
Continue
Piles
local
and piles of
officials,
debris everywhere,
private
and they've been working
contractors
24/7 trying to
continue
get that
the
stuff
debris removal
picked up.
mission. Our folks are going to continue to work 24/7. Our executive order requires the landfills to be open 24/7.
Yeah. You
And
might
in
say
fact,
it here.
We've had to even pry a couple of them open
Yeah.
to make sure that
The
not
Florida
just the
Highway
state
Patrol
trucks
had to
and
go
the
out
private
there.
vendors,
They
but
hooked
also
up a
private
chain to
citizens
the fence
are
at
able to
the
drop off
dump
debris.
because the dumping
We want
the
to get as
dumping
much
place
of the
wouldn't
debris
open up,
picked up
and they
as
freaking
is possible.
busted the
And
gate
as I
open
noted,
so
when
that
we
people could come
saw
in there and
that there was a storm
dump their
forming,
debris
we understood
for the
that there was a
storm.
lot of debris on the
We
ground.
don't play around in Florida.
Some of the
We do not play
contractors
around.
work at different paces. This was not something that they were necessarily doing very quickly. So we took all state
I'll never
assets
leave
that
Florida. I
were available
love it
throughout
here.
the state, took them off their to evacuate further than that.
How
if
is
that's
it
what
going
you
to pan
want.
out,
But that
DeSantis?
time
How
is
is it going to
running
pan out?
As we get into
We don't know.
Wednesday, there's no guarantee what the weather's going to be like
No.
starting Wednesday morning. You may have a window where it may be safe, but you may not. So use today as your day to finalize and execute the plan that is going to protect you.
Hopefully
and
after
your family.
tomorrow I'll still be around and I'll still be here
and
I'll still have.
Unfortunately, a lot of people are not
Hopefully
quite familiar
Pineal
with their
painting
evacuation zone, given
will
what
make
we've
it.
gone through in recent
And,
weeks. But if you have questions about
I guess
that,
I'm gonna try to get like
floridadisaster.org
a bunch of my tools and things like that.
to determine if you live in an evacuation
try to get it up
zone.
in
the
attic or something up high.
Florida that did receive
Protect as much as I can. That's all we can do. And
to have even more storm surge from
so
Hurricane Milton.
What I'm gonna do
Evacuations were in effect.
I'll probably go ahead and I might make I might do one more. I'll see if I can get another video out before. Try to stay positive and encouraging and supportive rather than, you know, I see sometimes people will say, oh, well, it's your own fault for living in Florida. You should know by now and all this stuff. But, you know, it's our home. It's where we live and it's our paradise. So we're not going nowhere, basically. So I think everything will be all right. We've survived, you know, a lot of things in our lives, and this will be just another disaster. It seems like there's once we get through one disaster, there's something else that happens in the whether it's a hurricane or some other thing. So, yeah, just try to help each other, help our neighbors. I'm helping my neighbors out. I'm being a watchful eye for them and trying to make sure that like there's not a lot of looting over here in this area. I know nobody's going to be looting from my house or from my neighbors' houses. That's for sure. Keep your weapons close to you. When the power goes out, it's hard to even leave the house because you have to have the house all opened up so you don't, you know, die of heat exhaustion. And you can't really close your house up and just leave, or you can't leave your house open and then leave because you never know if somebody will try to come in your house while you're not there. So yeah, so anyway, I'm going to wrap this one up. Just hanging out with you guys a little bit on here and looking around on the internet a little bit, but so we'll see what happens tomorrow and if I can get another when they do the updates tomorrow. Let's see. Tomorrow's Wednesday. So I think by noonish or something like that, we should start feeling a lot of the effects of the weather. My hair is like out of control. And I might post an update video after that before the storm hits. Other than that, it'll be whatever we can get out, whatever videos of the area we can get out after the storm. Once the power comes back on, we're able to edit and get things on up on the internet for you guys. But all right, stay safe out there, everyone. See ya.